It starts with a camera, and then maybe some lenses. Add some lights, some accessories, and pretty soon you're spending way too much on gear. But you don't always need to spend a ton to get great quality, so with that in mind, here are 5 pieces of photography gear that you can save money on, either by finding affordable alternatives or DIYing your own.
Quick disclaimer, every photographer works differently and these are just my opinions. This video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, and all of this gear was purchased by me. But if you want to sponsor the channel, hit me up.
While your standard camera straps can be too showy or uncomfortable, high-end camera straps can get really expensive, often with little added benefit. Enter Amazon and Etsy. You can find really cheap straps for style like this one I got for my everyday camera. Or if you're looking for usability, there's a great company called Optech making affordable modular straps and slings. I bought my first dual harness from Optech at a fraction of the price of other models, and I still use their sling when I want to use one of my pro cameras without switching out straps. On Etsy, you can find beautiful leather harnesses like this one I use for weddings from independent makers and sellers. Flashes and flash modifiers are fun if you're experimenting with flash photography and vital if you shoot weddings or events in low light. But ultra-expensive flashes or flash modifiers probably aren't going to change your life. Paying more for flashes gets you a faster recycle time if you're shooting nonstop, and other perks like automatic metering or placing multiple flashes on different channels. But when you're just starting out with off-camera flash, you don't really need these options. I bought a newer TT560 years ago to experiment with when I was first starting to shoot events, and I loved it so much I now own 2 more. My current favorite modifier is the Flashbender Rogue, which looks kind of silly but eliminates harsh light while preserving the party vibe of reception photos. It's more versatile and a little less pricey than other modifiers. When it comes to softboxes and umbrellas, I picked up the ones I use from Amazon and DIY'd my own grids with felt and staples. This setup lets me emphasize the shadows and these cool athletic-style portraits for an esports event. Paper backdrops are sweet, but can be pretty expensive in large sizes. But with grip clips and a steamer, you can turn any tablecloth or curtain into a backdrop, or smooth out fabric backdrops for a seamless look. I didn't have time to steam this one, but you get the idea. When I was looking for an inexpensive wireless transmitter system for off-camera flashes, it took a lot of research before I found these simple, easy-to-use Yongnuo transmitters. Where other wireless transmitter systems can cost $200 to $400 with a bunch of options I don't really want, these are sold at $25 a pair and allow me to reliably trigger my off-camera flashes wirelessly from any of my cameras. It's a lifesaver for weddings. I know this one's controversial, but hear me out. Tripods are essential when you're shooting specific things, like landscapes, light painting, and long exposures. Or if you're shooting video and you're not into that Hunger Games shaky cam aesthetic. But when you're shooting portraits, weddings, or anything that's more run and gun, tripods can slow you down, weigh you down, and limit your range of motion. Unless you're exclusively a landscape photographer, my advice is to not spend hundreds of dollars on a tripod unless you know you'll need it. Instead, practice wearing your camera and nailing down your settings to minimize shake and maximize the variety of your shots. Thanks for watching!
Let us know in the comments below if there's any gear you save money on, or how totally wrong we are.
We want to make this channel a weekly resource, so support us by hitting that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.